Just take a look at me now. I'm just a smiling face, trading some options with my new best friend in option trades. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at it now. So let's look what we have on the board with the SPY, with that SPY Action S&P 500 ETF. We have the 409/411 credit spreads. We have 5 of those contracts that are currently up 80% or 80% in the profit, I should say, since we opened that trade. But then on the flip side, down here, we have 6 contracts on the put side, 403 to 400. Okay, so in this scenario, the best case for us on these 2 trades, because we're on both sides, we're on the put side and on the call side, our best scenario would be for SPY to close above 403 and below 409. If that happens today, then we'll be in 100% profit position on both of these trades. And let's take a look at it now. Let's take a look at the SPY right now because it's been bloop, 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 trending down. Woohoo, woohoo. Hello, hello, look up below. So we want it to go back up just a little bit so I'm not getting nervous. I don't want to get nervous about my 403 strike price put position that we will have to defend if this sell-off continues. So you had a big sell-off right through here, which would have been about 45 minutes ago. So that again, that number at the bottom, or that timestamp at the bottom, is Eastern time. Up here, we have the old Central Standard Time. So you can see what SPY is doing. It's currently at 405.78. So we're still in good shape compared to our 403 strike on the put side. But the trend, oh look, we got a couple of, let's see, we got one nice green candle here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 out of the last 6, take that back. 4 out of the last 6 candles have been green. But you can see it's trading currently, or it got under the Bollinger Band here. But if we look up here, we see a 406.54 on the moving average, because it started under 405 today and then quickly spiked up, going as high as like 47 or 407.44. And then down here is low as what? 405.44. So we're still in good shape on our 403 put. That's the only side right now currently that has pressure on our trade, because as you can see, the 409 is sitting pretty. She's real fine, my 409. You sang that last time, Bart. We still don't know what in the world you're even talking about. That's an old Beach Boys song I used to listen to when I was a kid. It was on a record player. I don't know if you ever heard of one of those. But 403's got some pressure on it right now, so I'm looking for that SPY. Yeah, there we go. It's going back up in the right direction. And then, you get around 406 and then just go straight down the middle, because actually 406 would be the middle of our position. 409 on the call, 403 on the put. So I wouldn't mind it getting up to 406 and then just heading straight sideways until the market closes today. But while we're at it, I thought maybe we'll look at SPY for a 4-day to expiration trade, which would be Friday, March 10th. Let's take a look at the old caw. Let's look at an Iron Condor. What do you say? So let's go out to Friday, 4 days. So you see the 4D there. That's 4 days until expiration. We'll start by selling a call. And I was going to look, I like to be conservative if possible on this. So I was thinking about, I don't know, where is that? I don't know. What do you want to do? 418. 418 is a 8 delta. That sounds pretty good. Let's book that, Dano. And then we'll buy it back $2 at $2 less. So it'll be $2 wide, which would represent, on one contract, that would represent $200 in collateral. So I'd have to put up $200 in collateral to make this credit spread trade. And if I did just one side of it, I'd be looking at about a $13 now, a $12 credit. But I was going to look at the the Iron Condor. So let's sell a put. And the Iron Condor is simply 2 credit spreads on either side in the same trade or on the same ticket. Okay, so we have the call side and the credit spreads, and we have the put sides and the credit spread on the same trade ticket. So if I were to get conservative on the puts, I'd probably be looking down here at like 392. That should be, similar delta. Yeah, 392 even. It's an 08 delta as well. So if we were to sell that 392 and then buy a 390, what would we be looking at total? So we'd have about a $24 credit lined up on the Iron Condor. Okay, so it's a short Iron Condor because we are selling the short sides and buying the long sides. And in doing all of this, as you can see, we got a minus 29, a plus 17, a minus 39, a plus 27, and those are on the sell side. So those are actually become credits. I know it's a little confusing, isn't it, Bart? But once you start studying it and looking into it, it's not terribly confusing. And if somebody like me with I'm on the lower end of average as far as intelligence is concerned. So if there was a midpoint and average intelligence was like, let's say 100 IQ, I might be a 98. So if we looked at this trade right here, and it looks like that credit of 26. So if we looked at a 25 and we did 4 contracts of this Iron Condor, shooting for the old even credit of $100. If we reviewed the order, you'd be looking at a max profit of $100, which we would be booking right now, and a max loss of $700. Okay, so that's not a bad return if we're able to fill that. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at it now. And it would be holding $800 collateral. So you would take 800 minus the 100. That gives the $700 max loss. So let's see if this can fill. It should fill. What do you think? The old Iron Condor. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! We'll give it a minute to marinate and try to get these 4 contracts filled. And in the meantime, let's take another quick gander over on the SPY minute by minute here. So it is still, we missed a couple of big candles down. You see the 2 reds down. We got 3 greens up, but it's battling, isn't it? It's fighting this support. So we want that to definitely be support that holds for at least the rest of the day. And then it's finding quick resistance up here. So it's not getting out of that 405 mark, hasn't broke through 406 in a while. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. It is 12:28 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, there's a nice green to end this video. I got some moves to make. I think we're going to be rolling some puts that are pretty far into the profit. So it'll be a better use of our capital to redeploy that into some more theta, some more time to collect a nice credit on a put roll. We got a handful of put rolls I want to look at with you next. So I will see you in the next video. You know what to do. Subscribe, comment, like, share with a lovable friend, and see you soon.